All right, I'm gonna show you guys how to use a slab roller and how to start to use the tile cutter to roll out or to cut your tile for the start of this next project. Okay, right here I have a scale that I'm gonna use to weigh the amount of clay. Ceramic artists use scales to weigh their clay often. The scale is gonna tell us how much clay we have, the weight of clay. I've got this chunk of clay right here that I cut off. This is gonna be plenty to make a tile like this. So this is about 3 pounds of clay. You can check it by putting the clay on the scale. You want it to be at the number 3, okay? At this point, I'm gonna take my clay and I'm gonna open up, this is the slab roller, okay? So you can start this one on the top. If you roll it one direction, you'll see that the bar lifts, okay? And on the far side, there's a needle that tells you how much room is between the 2 bars, okay? There's actually another bar down below right here. The canvases are gonna go through the bars and the rollers. So I'm gonna start at about 1.5 inches, okay? So I'm looking at this needle on the side. There's about 1.5 inches of space here, okay? I'm gonna open up the canvases and this clay is gonna go in between the canvases and I'm gonna whack the clay down a little bit, okay? Then I'm gonna cover the clay so that I have the clay sandwiched in between these two canvases. At this point, I'm gonna push the clay right up to where the rollers are, okay? And I'm gonna use this roller and to roll the clay through, okay? You can see I just pushed it right through. Now I'm gonna lower at about 1/2 inch at a time. So I'm gonna lower to the 1, and I'm gonna roll the clay back, okay? Now, if you look at the clay, it's starting to get flatter, okay? But it's still too thick. So, and it's gonna start to get long. So it's kind of long like this. So at this point, I wanna pick up the clay and I wanna change the direction it's gonna roll. Lay it down. So it was like this. I'm gonna pick it up and rotate it 90 degrees. And then I'm gonna lower it down again to about 3/4 of an inch. Roll that out. Roll it down a little bit more. Roll it back towards me, okay? I'm getting really close. I wanna eyeball how this tile cutter is gonna fit. Looks like it's gonna fit all the way around, but I'm gonna go just a little bit thinner. We wanna go just a little bit above the 1/2 inch mark. So you'll see the 1/2 inch on there. Bring your needle to just a little bit above, and you kinda have to push on the needle just to test it. Okay, and I'll roll just one more time, both directions, that way and back, okay? You shouldn't be having to jam the clay through, okay? Next, you're gonna have a bat, square bat, okay? This is gonna fit perfectly on the bat. See that? Like it was made for it. I'm gonna take the tile cutter right here on the slab roller, and I'm going to line it up right in the middle so that I know that all of my edges have clay. And this is the bar of the tile cutter pushed down, and it will push into the clay, okay? And then here I can squeeze with my hand and lift it back up again, and you can see this is the extra clay and this is my perfect tile. Now before I pick that up, I'm gonna take the extra clay, okay? This is really good clay, still really nice and soft. And I wanna wedge this clay and get it back over into the bag for the next person, okay? So to wedge this clay, you can do that right on the edge of the canvas, or you can do it on table. You push down, bring it up, push down, bring it up, down and out, up, down, up, down, up. Sometimes the canvas makes it slide around. Feel free to just do it on a table or on that counter, okay? But what you're doing is you're kind of rolling, you're not folding, but you're kind of rolling the clay around and around as a way to get any air bubbles out, okay? And you kind of get this spiral shape. If you need help, let me know, okay? Now, once you get all the air bubbles out, this is good clay. Should go back in the bag over here on the play table for the next person to use, okay? Don't just leave it out. Don't throw it in the bucket. Try to reuse it. Now, I've got my tile, got my bat. You want to be really careful when you transfer this. Clay has a memory. So any little abuse that it feels, it's going to remember. So I'm going to pick it up really gently. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to tap it down, try to get it back to that square shape. And I'm not going to pick it up again. You're going to even turn it in on the bat. Okay, so here is the clay. You can see it's about a ½ inch thick. And now I'm ready to transfer my design. Okay, I recommend putting a layer first of saran wrap, plastic wrap, and putting it in a bag. That way you're kind of double protecting it and give you longer to work. Okay, that's using the slab roller and the tile cutter to make a tile for your next project.